Now today, our main theme, main topic will be about transcripts, what I call ubiquitous transcripts. And I'll explain what that means later. But initially, I'm going to spend 15 minutes or so going over the new features in RB8 that we'll be releasing next Monday. So let's go ahead and get started. Well, first of all, let's go over what's new in RB8 Q4 updates, which will be released November 19th, which is next Monday. Everything you will see today here will be available next Monday. Okay, first of all, we have implemented internet-based fax solutions. Internet-based online services fax solution will be always on, never busy, no fax machines required, no phone lines required, no supplies required, very convenient and portable. It's scalable to any size as your company grows, and it's the current trend. And 7 popular vendors are supported in our system as of today: eFax, MetroFax, MyFax, that's the company we are using for our fax needs, Nextiva, RingCentral, RapidFax, and Max Email. Now, we are also doing more notes logging. As your resources are assigned or removed, we will be leaving notes behind, who did it, when it happened, so you know exactly what went on. Whenever you send a statement to your clients, we're also making notes in the notes log. More search filters. In the calendar manager, we added a search filter called parent firm. I'll show you in a minute how you can utilize that. In client activity and client analysis, you can also use the parent firm search filter. Jobs in progress report, job type has been added. Resource production, resources city has been added. More user options. Now you can decide, choose the default view, whether it's going to be list, weekly, or monthly tab as you open the calendar manager per user basis. You can also choose your default job statuses. So if you don't want canceled jobs show up all the time, now you can turn it off permanently so you don't have to constantly keep unchecking the boxes. We also added firm level preferred services. So if the firm has lots of contacts or attorneys, you don't have to keep track of what they preferred at the contact level. It'll be too much work. You can just simply have it at the firm level. Just one-time entry covers all the attorneys under it. We also added the tags in the code manager. So rather than people coming up with all their own tags in firms, contacts, resources, and locations, you can define uniform tags in the code manager and let people choose from the list rather than type it in. When you merge firms, collection logs will be also merged. You have a bulk update for jobs now in the calendar. Now, let's talk about some of the enhancements we have made to the PDF transcript feature built into RB8. To reduce the user interruptions or to make it faster, we gave an option to bypass original ASCII edit window. So if you don't have a need to edit that every single job, you can just turn it off and just bypass that window. Same thing goes for the cover page edit window. You can turn that off too. For full page transcripts, we have added more fonts. You have an option to bold entire transcript. You can print without timestamps. You can always print header and footer. For condensed transcript, you now have an option to attach or append word index or list. For cover page, we have added various different job date formats. For digital signature window, we added an option to jump to any page instead of just being at the last page only. When PDF transcript is opened by your client attorneys, if you have created what's called using quick index, then PDF will open with those bookmarks already on the left-hand side showing these links that I can click, just like an e-transcript. You can click on it and go to directly to the area of the transcript. Okay, let me actually show you a couple items here that I think it's important. So let me switch to RB8. Let's talk about parent firm. I mean, some of you might not be aware or how to use it with a new update. So go to firms. I have a client called Minker and Ellis, whose headquarters is located in San Francisco. So this is the main office here. But they also have two other offices, one in LA, one in New York. Now, normally they will be treated as three different separate firms, except they represent the large pharmaceutical company and they do a lot of defense work. And they tend to mix the application, cross-schedule depositions and things like that. And sometimes as a calendar person, it's tough to see all the entire picture on particular case they represent. And rather than looking at a calendar for each firm, it'll be really wonderful for me to have an ability to look at calendar for the entire firms, whether it's just 3 firms or 25 firms. So we can use the concept called parent firm. You can group these firms as a single entity using a field called parent firm. So you go into each firm, and in the additional tab, there is a field called parent firm, and you pick the actual parent firm. So you type Minker here, and you go, this is the actual parent headquarters. So you go select that, and you do that for every one of them, including the headquarters. So all 3 will have a parent firm entered. Now, once you do that, let's go over to calendar. But before I do that, let me copy this to my clipboard so I don't have to retype that. Let's go to Calendar Manager. And we have added, let me clear out all the search filters. Let me go scroll down here. And right here, we added, this is the new search filter we added called Parent Firm. Let me paste what I just copied. Now what I'm asking the Calendar Manager to do is bring up all jobs belonging to the Minker and Ellis group and search. And I get all the jobs, and you might actually group them by contact. So it's easier for you to see because each attorney works out of different offices. So I can actually see the LA office and San Francisco office and New York office and help the client better by looking at the entire calendar for their entire firms. So that's how you can use the parent firm concept. Those couple options are not useful for calendar. If you go to personal and user preferences, this is your own personal settings. In jobs, we have added 2 new options here. So in the tab, rather than being a list view, I like weekly view. I actually work week at a time as far as the calendar is concerned. And when I do that, I do not care for turned in jobs, that's already done deal, nor canceled as a default. So I just uncheck those. And let me get rid of the group box there, and let me close the window. And next time I open the Calendar Manager, it'll automatically go to the weekly calendar as I told it to do. And the canceled jobs are missing from this calendar. So that's my default. Now, if you want to see canceled jobs and other jobs, you can just simply go to job status and turn it on as a one-time basis. And I can just do search again. Then my canceled jobs will come back. So those are the couple items I wanted to show you as far as the RB8's new features are concerned.